Hi everybody, I am Sarah with the trains, and today I'm heading off on another exploring the Breckland Line adventure. But at the moment I'm not even on the right line or at the right station to get onto the Breckland Line. I'm at Brundle Gardens on the Wherry lines. So quick, let's get to Norwich. That was 755-325 heading to Great Yarmouth via Buckingham and Burney Arms. And Reedham and all those other places. Now just to quickly say, I've got quite a quick turnaround at Norwich, so let's hope there are no delays at all. Ooh, here comes the train. And it is 755-337. Well, fortunately for me, the train actually got into Norwich a little bit early, so there was plenty of time to get on the Stansted Airport train.
Good morning, welcome to Great Anglia. This is your 10:03 service for Stansted Airport. This train will be calling at Wyndham, Attleborough, Thetford, Brandon, Ely, Cambridge North, Cambridge, Widdowson Parkway, or to the end, to Stansted Airport at 12 o'clock.
We have now made it to Cambridge North, apparently the home of Cambridge Regional College, which I know is the most famous educational establishment in Cambridge. Now, the history of Cambridge North isn't a very long one because it only opened in 2017, so it's the youngest station I've ever been to. It was supposed to be opened a bit earlier in 2015, but Network Rail wanted to reduce the amount of disruption to existing services, so the opening of the station was delayed. As well, there was a resubmission of the plans for the station's actual construction. The station sees services going to Norwich, Stansted Airport, London King's Cross, London Liverpool Street and King's Lynn. I'll put any that I've missed out on the screen right now. Let's take a little tour of the station and its facilities. As you can see, the station has 3 platforms in total. And over there we have an overbridge for access between the platforms, because we're on platform 1 at the moment. Got departure screens, of course. There's benches and flappy plastic bins. There's a sign to direct you to the stairs in case you don't want to use the lift. Information posters as usual. Ooh, we actually have a little waiting room with, what's this, automatic doors. A flappy plastic bin in the waiting room and a departure screen. There's plug sockets too. Heading back out of the automatic doors, you can see there's also a waiting room on platforms 2 and 3, along with the accessibility ramps. We have plenty of train time posters, got a nice little help point, and accessibility ramps. In addition to the waiting rooms with the automatic doors, we've got the bus shelter style waiting rooms also. Let's take a trip to the overbridge to get to the other platforms. Oh, there's also a Great Northern sign banning e-scooters. There's even a bench up on the overbridge. Next to the lift for platforms 2 and 3, there's one of these things that I have difficulty saying. It's a defibrillator. So although this is now called Cambridge North, it's actually in an area called Chesterton, and the working titles for the station were originally Chesterton or Chesterton Interchange, and it had a few other potential names as well, such as Stephen Hawking Cambridge Science Park, which is a bit of a mouthful, or Cambridge Science Park. But that was felt to be a bit misleading, seeing as Cambridge Science Park is actually about 3/4 of a mile away. Now I think it's time for us to head out of the station and see what other facilities there are here. As you can see, we have got toilets down here and a place to refill your water bottle. So in the foyer of the station we have got a Costa, toilets, ticket barriers, and out here we've got a great big cycle park because it's Cambridge and they use a lot of bikes in Cambridge. That really is a big cycle park. And over there I can see an Amazon locker called Shrek. Out here there are also plenty of benches to sit on and some rather interesting artwork. This guy is, well, he's doing whatever he's doing with his, oh right, so that's out. But it's art, isn't it? And over here we've got another statue who's looking up at him. Is she a bit enchanted by something? I'm not sure. We do also have the station car park and there is a hotel next door as well. This is probably the most modern station I've ever been to. I'm not entirely sure what I think about the design of the building, but it's certainly new. Cambridge North Station also provides an interchange with the Cambridge guided busway, which I am informed is the longest guided busway in the world. The north section of the Cambridgeshire guided busway uses the course of the old Cambridge and Huntingdon railway line running through the old stations of Oakington, Longstanton and Histon. The southern section uses part of the old Varsity line which went to Oxford. This goes to Cambridge Station, Addenbrooke's Hospital and Trumpington Park and Ride. Now there's plenty of signposts to tell you where all the important things are, and there's a signpost there for Abbey. Now there was an Abbey Chesterton Bridge built in 2021 to link the station to the Abbey area of the city, and it also provides access to Cambridge United's football ground. Now I'll be perfectly honest, I'm not sure I'm going to make it all the way to Abbey before my next train, but maybe we can see a bit of the bridge. Let's go. As you may have noticed, I am back at the station because even if Google Maps is accurate about how long it's going to take to get to that bridge, it's cutting it far too fine for my next train. Here's a picture of the bridge in question to make up for it. I have now made it to Cambridge. So you might be thinking, it's not been that long since I was last at Cambridge. And whilst that is true, I do need to visit to complete exploring the Breckland Line. There's still stations to go, and Cambridge is one of them. And last time I talked about the history of Cambridge and how it opened in 1845 and all the lines, but maybe this time it's time to talk about the future for Cambridge, because East-West Rail is a project that's supposed to be linking up Oxford and Cambridge and opening up East Anglia to the west and south. And that's a pretty major project. It's pretty awesome that that's going ahead, because part of it will be following the old track bed of the Varsity line that originally linked Oxford and Cambridge. Here's more info. Once the East-West Rail project is completed, it will provide a link between the Great Western, Chiltern, West Coast, Midland, East Coast, West Anglia, Great Eastern and Cotswold main lines, all whilst avoiding London. Linking Oxford to Cambridge will involve using the old Varsity line route from Oxford to Bedford. This will use the existing Oxford to Bicester line, some reconstruction between Bicester and Bletchley, then using the Marston Vale line as far as Bedford. After Bedford, the line will be constructed over a significantly different alignment to the original Varsity line to get to Cambridge. After Cambridge, the eastern section of East-West Rail will involve the use of existing operational lines to go to Norwich, Ipswich and Felixstowe. Now, I was hoping to get a Thameslink Class 700 going out, but there appears to be an issue with the one at Platform 7. I don't know what's going on, there's a lot of running around. So I think we might be seeing a 720 Greater Anglia go out from Platform 8, because the signal for the Thameslink has gone red, and I think that's what was keeping the 720 to Liverpool Street here. But let's see what happens, I guess. Okay, the signals for both of them are red. I've got no idea. 720 is go. I think I've given it enough time. I think I'm going to run off and get something to eat, because I'm not sure the 700 is going anywhere anytime soon. I will count to 10, and if the signal is still red by the time I've got to 10, then I'll go.
The next corner
1, 2, 3,
This train is
4,
5 coaches.
5, 6,
Platform 1
7,
for the 1241
8,
Greater Anglia
9,
service to Cambridge
10.
North.
It's gone orange. Okay. Aren't you glad I counted to 10? Now, I'm going to show you the footbridge, because I didn't do that last time I was here. Nero? Oh, let's face it, I'm a northerner. Let's go to Greg's. So today in Cambridge, I have learnt that the walk from the railway station to the city centre is a long one. It is a long one, but I've come to a nice grassy area called Parker's Peace to come and chill out. There is actually a reason the station is so far from the city centre, and that is because there was actually a proposal for a more central station, but in the later 19th century this was blocked by the university because, you know, there's kind of a university around here, holds quite a lot of sway. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called Cambridge University. Interestingly, earlier at Cambridge North I was talking about how that was nearly called Cambridge Science Park. Now, one of the reasons it wasn't called Cambridge Science Park is that Cambridge University own the science park, and it didn't seem that they were particularly on board with naming it Cambridge Science Park. Maybe they just have a vendetta against railways. To be clear, I don't genuinely think that Cambridge University hate railways before anybody comes at me for that. They just historically didn't really like the idea of having one in the centre of town. I don't know why, it would have made much more sense, a lot easier to travel to a place where there's a railway station more central. But I guess I don't know what goes on in their minds. Also at Parker's Peace there's this wheel thingy. I'll tell you one thing I've noticed about Parker's Peace. At the minute anyway, it's as windy as anything. I don't know if that's a permanent feature. In all seriousness though, this is a pretty nice place to hang out even when it's cloudy like it is today. So I'm now going to hang out for a little bit before I go and get the train back to Norwich. I wonder why this is called Parker's Peace. Who was Parker? Because I don't think it's going to have been named after the Lady Penelope's driver out of Thunderbirds. Well, that would be a very interesting twist. Okay, so I have decided that as I'm in Cambridge, I should go and see one of the universities. I don't know, like point at it or something. So that's where I'm heading off now. I've seen a nice place called Christ's Pieces. Quite frankly sounds horrific, but it's next to Christ College, Cambridge, so let's go there. Also, the only time prior to this I've actually been to Cambridge was 12 years ago when I went to Strawberry Fair. And I just went to Strawberry Fair, I didn't see anything else of Cambridge really. But there was a really delightful stall there selling fruit-smelling balls. I feel like they could have worded that better. So, you may not believe this, but I just walked past a phone box and I didn't go in and check it. Because I didn't need to, on the basis that there was somebody already in there using the phone, so it definitely works. Anyway, here we are at Christ's Pieces. Let's go and see the pieces of Christ. Tree. People are weird. There actually seems to be strings and straps supporting this tree. So this is Christ College, Cambridge. And this is me across the road from Christ College, Cambridge. So I am now back at Cambridge Station, waiting to get my train back to Norwich. I must say it is a heck of a trek from the station to the city centre. It's a good workout for the old legs. I just want to say thank you to everybody so much for watching, everybody who likes, comments, subscribes, and special thanks to everybody who supports me on Ko-fi and on Patreon. I'll see you all again next time for another railway adventure.
Platform 1
Bye.
to the 1441 Greater Anglia Service.
As always, an extra special thank you to everybody who supports me on Ko-fi and my patrons on Patreon, whose names are on screen now. You all keep this channel going, and if you'd like to become a patron or donate to me on Ko-fi, there are links in the description below. One last thought from me. I have finally used one of those water refill stations that are available at some Greater Anglia stations. I do recommend it. It is certainly better value than paying the £2.59 I would have had to pay if I got a bottle of water from a particular popular railway station shop.
In the hot weather, it is advisable to carry a bottle of water with you when travelling. Should someone be taken ill on the train, please wait until the next station to seek help. Please do not pull the passenger alarm between stations, as help can be obtained more easily at the next station.
Welcome to the service for Norwich. We will be calling at Cambridge North, Ealing, Brandon, Thetford, Attleborough, Wymondham and Norwich.